So one match down then, and we stay with doubles, but this time we're moving to the men's event, and the number 8 seeds, Ong Yusin and Tio Iyi of Malaysia, up against Fikri and Maulana of Indonesia, who of course pretty much shocked everyone, maybe even themselves, when they won here 12 months ago. It's the second match on that list, and that's the top half of the draw. Top seeds, potentially Alfian and Ardianto await if they get past Lee and Yang later on today. So officials and players making their way towards our show court. I said it was a shock victory, Chris, 12 months ago when Fikri and Maulana won the title here. How surprised were you as obviously very knowledgeable observer of men's doubles?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, it was a big surprise for everyone because, you know, the pairs they beat en route, it wasn't like they got lucky or anything, or there were any withdrawals or pullouts. They just played to an incredible level. I do think it's often a strange one when you play your own country, and they did play a few Indonesians in the later rounds, and they defeated higher ranked pairs, and I do think it's always a bit strange because you know each other's games inside out because you train together all the time.
So let's give you a few more details then about this quartet, starting with Ong Yusin, who's 28 now. They're up at 8 in the world. They were one spot better just at the back end of last year. Had a decent World Championships a couple of years ago, a bronze medal, having beaten Olympic champions Lee and Wang in the quarter-final. Actually beat them again in the first round here on Tuesday. Their only World Tour title as a pair was the Thai Masters 3 years ago, and just made the one final last year. They lost to Owen Liu at the Australian Open. There's that match I was telling you about against Lee and Wang. Great victory for them. It was a very entertaining match. Not many long rallies in that one, I promise you. And on the other side of the net, Mohamed Fikri and Bagas Maulana, playing as a pair for around 5 years. No final yet this year. They are the defending champions, as I mentioned, and the only meeting they'd had previously with Ong and Tio was here in the last 16 last year, which they won. Ranked 12, they were a spot better a couple of months ago, but hovering right around the top 10. And they were taken to 3 games by the 2 Kims of Korea in the first round. Haidar Ditu of France is the chair umpire, and Gavin Smith of England will be the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Muhammad Sohibul Fikri and Bagas Maulana, Indonesia. And on my left, Ong Yu Sin and Teo Yi, Malaysia. Teo Yi to serve to Muhammad Sohibul Fikri. Love all. Play.
So on paper, another absolutely intriguing matchup this.
Service over.
I think it's quite interesting that the only time they played each other was, you know, a year ago at this tournament in the last 16, so exactly the same, you know, it's almost deja vu. And that time, obviously, the Indonesians took it and then went on to win the whole tournament.
Service over. 1-all.
Go!
2-1.
Incredible cut out there from Teo. He's the danger net man for the Malaysians, and he reads the game well, sharp at the net. I do think it's an interesting one. The Indonesians have definitely started quite edgy. It's such a strange thing because it's only the second time they've ever played the tournament, and obviously the first time they won it, which is such a unique occurrence, and they probably feel like they actually have quite a lot of pressure on them this year, when in reality, you know, they're the underdogs in this match on paper anyway. And in regards to, they're not expected to win the tournament, but they possibly feel like maybe they should, because they are the current holders of possibly the world's biggest tour tournament.
Yeah, that's the thing. Last year, absolutely zero pressure on them. But once you're the defending champions, you know, you've got a target on your back. You're there to be shot at.
And I feel this is the big reason why you often see young players emerge, and they almost appear from nowhere, and they do incredible because they've got no pressure on their shoulders. They're playing, they're enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, when they're expected to win, expected to do well, things don't quite go as they want or as they hope. And for me, it's all about pressure. Pressure is such a weird thing. How you deal with pressure is so unique and individual, but it's the key to actually getting sustained success.
Well, I think it's a common thing across all kinds of sports. I mean, Emma Raducanu would be another example of it. You achieve something unexpected at a very young age. Trying to sustain that level is very, very difficult. There's our man. We were with us yesterday. He never shut up, but he helps create an atmosphere, that's for sure.
I do believe it was the same fan from the Commonwealth Games who was making all the noise. I mean, if you want to rent a fan, he seems to be the guy. He is incredible at making noise almost on his own.
Either that or he just loves the city of Birmingham.
Yeah.
But I suspect it's the former.
Service over.
It's only, what was it, 7 months ago, the Commonwealth Games here in Birmingham. The badminton actually didn't take place here. It was at the NEC up the road. They used this arena for gymnastics at the Com Games. They used this arena for gymnastics at the Com Games.
There at the net from vital for the current holders and for a pair that are ranked. These points are so important, so it is, I mean, it's a very edgy start from both pairs, and I don't think we've seen the best rallies yet.
Well, we've had 13 points in 3 minutes, which tells you everything.
Yeah, it does highlight that very quick rallies, and I think both pairs are just trying to get settled and feel comfortable, which hasn't quite happened yet.
was a nervy shot.
7-4.
Looked really balanced when he played it. Well, all of a sudden the rally broke out.
There's really nice control from both Malaysians, making sure they keep the net. It's going to be so important as players get more and more tense. The main thing that often falters is the defence. So it's going to be integral for both pairs to try and get the net so that they're getting the lift to be on the attack. That looks a long way out.
Lovely touch at the net, really was from Ong Yu-sin.
In one of those shots, I think Teo was playing it and he's nearly sat on the coaches at one point. It looked like he was a long, long way out.
Well, that'll feel like a massive bonus winning that point for the Malaysians.
And to be honest, it was. I mean, Ong almost turned into Superman. He did a dive from, you know, 3/4 of the court, and then he got up. That was quite and the shot quality as well, considering he was mid-air when he struck it, was incredible.
Ten, 7.
Well, it's a handy lead, isn't it? 11-7 for Ong and Teo is to go to the mid-game break. They will be very satisfied with that.
Jangan pergi block soft lah. Ini macam bagi. Bagi tunggu depan. Dan start. Tapi bagi tu bukan tekan. Macam half saja. Half tunggu. Okey? Dia kata okey. Sama juga depan dia masuk tu.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. On court.
Habis kena setengah jam ya. Nanti kalau habis di apa terakhir separuhnya kalau
Play.
Well, I've heard about sitting down on the job, but that's ridiculous. He just couldn't go anywhere. He just watched the shuttle land next to him.
Great serve, I think, took a little tumble off the tape, the top of the net. Big hit there. string break as well, but yeah, he's hit this hard and great placement. And look at that angle. He is a tall player and he does hit it very steep. Level of the game now has risen. All players now are looking a bit more comfortable, a bit more settled into the match. Slightly fortunate net cord, but he steps in. And he steps in and look at this, takes that so early. So he kind of makes his own luck because he forces it over the net. This is the big thing. You've got to step into the shuttle and take it as early as possible.
Service over.
It's the Indonesian favourite shot there, the cut out around the head, where every Indonesian is exceptional at. Now we're getting into rallies. This is a much, much better game. And it's a massive case of the two netmen here challenging each other. No lift style. And then it's so tight, even tumbles on the net cord. And this is what it's going to be. It's going to be a battle of who doesn't want to lift. Wow, that was incredibly sharp. You think how the Indonesians have changed this since the break. Going into the break, I think it was 11-7 down, and then they've come out like almost like a different pair. Once again, fantastic control because nobody wants to lift.
13.
So here, plays a net shot, he just looks net because that's where it's going. And then very, very apologetic.
Service over. 14-all.
Say that Fikri has come alive. I'd say the last kind of 5, 6, 7 points, he has been everywhere. He's been dynamic, he's been taking the net, he's been cutting it out. Whatever the coach has told him at the interval was, crikey, it's worked.
Service over. 15-all. 16-15.
Once again, Fikri at the net, he's looking good. He's so active at the net. Every time he's playing a shot, he's making a move. Great touch, and then look there, he's active. At the moment, he's definitely the best net player on the court at the moment. again, this is the thing, the Malaysians have got to get it away from him because he's now so comfortable and he's so confident that he's making moves. And when you are confident, generally the shuttle seems to end up going to where you are. And look at this move here, he's ready. He's already stepping in, then it's an easy kill.
Couldn't get there quickly enough, could he?
17-0.
Just got that all wrong, Maulana.
That was a pretty clinical put away. I think he was almost trying to send a message there. I think they're just pausing because there's a very, very bright, someone's phone's on. You can see it from here, it's an incredibly bright light in the crowd. Just really distracting for the players.
Well, there was just indecision for a moment, wasn't there, in the Malaysian camp? And neither Ong nor Tio initially went for the shuffle, and they consequently handed over the initiative in the rally.
And it was again that one there, the deception there, they just sent them the wrong way again from Fikri. I would say he really has come alive from 11, and at the moment he's the star player on the court. This is in or out, it's very hard to see from where we are, but again it's Fikri, he's the one that's putting the block in, he's keeping the Malaysians back, and then at the right time he's playing the block when the Malaysians would then have to hit in an upward trajectory to get his partner the lift, which is the integral part.
I just think from the delay, it was an afterthought. Yeah, it's miles out.
Oh, wow.
Just they waited and then he stuck his arm up almost because he could. You know, at this stage in the game, they haven't used a challenge, so they've still got one in hand anyway. Might as well have a look. Not even close.
I mean, the Malaysians have got to unsettle Fikri because at the moment he's looking smooth, he's looking comfortable, he's looking confident, and the Malaysians are looking more and more stressed.
So 3 game points then for the defending champions of this opening game.
And it's such a big turnaround from 11-7, where the Malaysians were looking good and comfortable. It's not over yet.
18-20.
That'll do it, 21-18, and the defending champions, there's something about Birmingham that clearly agrees with them. They lead the number 8 seeds, 1 game to none.
21-18.
Latihan 3 lawan 3 aja. Ingat nggak? Harus kamu konsisten gimana gitu. Kamu lawan 3 lawan 3 baik ya, baik. Dorong jaga waktu jangan ditinggal. Awal-awal kan kamu kena net terus. Kan saya udah bilang ngapain jadi yang di depan konsennya apa net. Setengah lepas saja. Begitu juga kalau servis. Lu servis dorong langsung konsen ke netnya, dia net dorong lagi, jaga lagi. Setengah biar lepas. Ya. Ngerti nggak? Satu, kedua, defense-nya manjangin tembak. Nggak usah pressing, rem dia maju. Panjang ini defense pola manjang nge-drive, ya. Habis itu masuk ya. Pola manjang. Oke, baru ya.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Second game. Level. Play. Service over.
Well, interesting to see here how Ong and Teo react to having dropped that opening game. And as you said, Chris, whether they can try and stop some of this Fikri dominance of the net. Well, almost took the net down with that, but he really should have made it.
Yeah, that's a cheapish mistake. But I'd say before this is where, for me, Teo's showing he needs to take charge, and he's on top of the net there. The first rally and the second rally, we saw him taking charge at the net, and for me, this is what he's got to do. He's got to get away of getting a shot coming up to his partner. Ong at the back.
Brilliant from Teo. So no avail in the end. But what a shot that was.
2-0.
It's the thing, he makes it look too easy though. This is the annoying thing. That is not an easy shot. That is like, you know, it's like, I don't know, playing football upside down. It's an incredibly hard shot, and he's so calm and relaxed, and the quality he plays, it's incredible.
Did you ever practice doing that, Chris, those kind of shots?
No, I mean, I didn't. He might, to be fair. He's a skillful lad, but it's a case of it's a last-ditch attempt.
Well, this was called out. I think it may have just missed the sideline, but they want another look. Fikri and Maulana, so Hawkeye in play again.
It's interesting there because Teo actually hit the shuttle back, so he probably actually thinks it's in. I personally thought maybe it was out, but it's kind of up in the rafters here. It's hard to see.
Yeah, well out.
It's so strange then that he passed the shuttle back to the Indonesians as if it was the Indonesians' point.
Service over. 3-2. Play. Two.
Brilliant there from Teo. He's definitely being more active at the net and really making a charge, because he's understanding that they continue the way they did in the first game, Fikri will dominate. And I'd say in this game, Fikri hasn't had a chance to dominate because he's not really touched the shuttle, and it's been the Malaysians that have been making the move. Good defence from the Malaysians there. Almost every time that Maulana was having to attack, he's off balance, which made it very hard to be as dangerous as we saw in the first game. When he's on balance, he can hit incredibly steep and pretty powerful.
Well, I didn't miss many of those in the first game.
I'd say the Malaysians a little bit fortunate there. For me, it's definitely the wrong shot from Ong. He's tried to go over him and it's gone short. He's got to keep that straight, a straight push. because with Maulana being the rear court player, he's always going to be looking off the net because he wants to be at the back of the court. It's where he's more comfortable. Again, what a difference from the first game. Tio now, he's telling both the Indonesians the net's his. He's making a move every time. Every time the Indonesians are having a chance to play net, they are. But Tio is making a step forward because he's got to get the net. He's got to get the lift for his partner.
Go! Service over. Hey! 3-7.
Very good organisation here from the Indonesians. Look how quick that move is, and they've both got everything covered. If Maulana had stayed in the middle, then it wouldn't have been as effective, but he's made the move. He's made the move off to one side.
Service over. 8-3.
On 6 of the last 7 points to take a bit of an early stranglehold on this second game.
I would say the big difference is, you know, I was singing the praises of Fikri in the first set. He's barely touched the shuttle in this second game, sorry. It's a massive change. He's not really had the chance to because he's not getting any of the shuttle. Again, incredible point. There was even a shot there. I don't know if we're going to get to see it, but Tio steps in, he looks the other way and plays it straight. Almost the audacity to play this. I don't know if we're going to get to see it in full time. I think it was 1 or 2 before that. But it was almost like, you know, when someone's taking a penalty in football and they look the other way to make it deceptive.
Players, back on courts. Fikri.
Incredible pick up there by Arm.
9-3.
You've got to say the momentum now is fully with the Malaysians. Can the Indonesians turn things around? Because the Malaysians are flowing now. And this is why, you know, they are one of the best players in the world. Wow, great return.
Service over.
Maulana caught that to perfection.
Deal.
So we now have a rule in badminton that if there's any blood, so if anyone's bleeding, that you have to pause. So I think it was the service judge actually that spotted there was a little bit of blood, yeah, on the knee of Ong. So they have to just pause because it's got to get cleared up, which is actually probably a bit frustrating for the Malaysians because they were just in their rhythm, they were just flowing, and it's actually quite good timing for the Indonesians to resettle, regroup. Going to be honest, if that was me, I'd be wiping off myself to kind of get things going, to be ready to then get some plaster or something on it to cover it and then get going again.
So he even sings during the injury timeouts.
He is a very passionate fan. I would have loved to take him on tour with me and just be my own personal supporter, because he's the equivalent of about 50 fans, I think. I do remember him at the Commonwealth for hours. He was just chanting and chanting and chanting.
He knows where our camera is too, doesn't he? It's looking straight down the barrel of our camera. Stick a plaster on it and carry on, I would have thought. No doctor, but it doesn't look too bad.
No, I think it's such it's an awkward part because of the knee. It's because you're going to keep bending it. I think, to be honest with you, I don't think anything's going to stick. But it's a case of, I think you want to stop the bleeding, but you're right, it's not going to be, I mean, that's a tiny little plaster. I mean, that's what got my kids put on their finger, but I don't think that's gonna do much. But it's just a case of following the rules to try and stop the bleeding. But for me, this is going to be so important how the pairs come out from this, because concentration is going to waver a little bit, and possibly only got a few points until the actual break, as in the midpoint break. But how are the Indonesians going to come out now? Are they going to come out with Fikri trying to be dominant at the net, or are the Malaysians going to continue their dominance?
Yeah.
Now this is going to be the big thing. How both pairs going to? This is a long break we had there. How both pairs going to come out from this?
4-9. Out. Service over. 10-4. Service over. 5-10.
Look, there's maybe a slight confusion between the Malaysians. I don't know if Tio was calling that it was going out the back. Maybe it didn't look to be. I don't know. There was something.
Yeah, you can see he definitely said something.
6-10.
It's so important for the Malaysians to not allow the Indonesians to have a run and feel confident.
Service over.
Well, that was a bit of a gift. So a 5-point lead for On and Tio. Looking good at this stage to force a decider.
Contoh kita bagas, okay? Bila bagas tidak bagas, main dengan dia banyak sikit. Push belakang, push belakang. Push sama juga bila kita attack bagasnya pergi, kita cross. Kalau dia piak cross lah, kita cross banyak. Okay? Sama, you bagi, kalau bagi Fikri masuk dia, boom, pergi hantam balik bagas sini. Bagas sini.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Oh! 11-6.
That was a fantastic pick-up there by Tio. He was in a lot of trouble, but incredible quality in his shot.
Service over. 7-12.
Yeah, it's a good shot there, but for me, Ong's put a bit too much pace into a racket, which then makes it easy to put the shuttle into the space.
Well, still fighting for every point.
9-12.
And again, I'd say once the Indonesians have come out from the break, they're looking better. If you look at the body language from the Malaysians, they're starting to look a bit frustrated. I think a few wrong shot choices, short lifts. Indonesians starting to look confident again.
Service over.
I think that might be the first net shot that Fikri has missed.
Service over. 10-13. Service over. 14-10.
Good attack there from the Malaysians. Again, when Fikri gets the chance to chase forward, he's dangerous. They've got to get it away from him. When you see here, and they're hitting back to him, and then he's putting all the pressure on. When Fikri's going forward, they've got to either go over him or push it away down the sides.
Service over. 15-11. Service over. 12-15.
That's really impressive with Teo at the net. He took charge, he stepped forward, he stepped in, played controlled, and then he makes the interception. And then in the end, he kind of forces the Indonesians to have to lift, and the lift goes out quite a long way as well.
It's over. 13-16.
Look at the placement on these two attacking shots there from Fikri. One almost down the centre, then one down the line. Really, really well-placed attack.
Wow.
Maulana showing people he's very dangerous at the net as well there. Incredible touch and great cutout.
Yeah, I think if the Malaysians are trying to get to the winning line, so to speak, in this game, with just kind of hoping for errors from their opponents, they'll be disappointed. They want to win this in their own right.
So again, Fikri, I don't know how, there was a shot there which he had no right in taking, and somehow he played an incredible shot off it. I don't know if we're going to get to see this here. How on earth does he get that? And he plays an incredible shot off it. He's taking it kind of off his own back. It was an incredible shot.
Almost behind him, wasn't it? So they're back within a single point now.
Service over.
I'll be sick about that.
15.
It's the right shot, but just trying to play slightly too perfect. But then you got to say credit to Tio, because watch after this how he chases forward to cover the net.
Yeah, so he knew, Fikri, that you know, if he gave that too much air, he's getting killed. So to take the chance.
Quite a cheap mistake there from Maulana, and you can see it, the Indos are just a bit frustrated because the momentum, they were just getting back into it.
Serve's over.
Incredibly aggressive return there, he was all in.
16-18.
Serve wasn't that loose, but great return. Fully committed there. Really good, and this is where, for me, the Indonesians are so good. If we get to see that again, hit a shot, make a move, and he's covering. Look at this, that move. He's moved, so he's in position before his opponent's played the shot, so he's on balance. And if the shuttle goes to him, he can play any shot he wants here. Look at that. Look how early he makes the move, and this is the key. You've got to be making the early moves so that you're in a good position. You can't wait to make a move. And now it is just, anything's possible. It's going to be so tense and edgy. No one's going to want to lift. You're only going to lift if you have to lift now.
Brilliant teamwork from the two Indonesians.
At times, the Indonesians, you know, they're in trouble and they almost flip it on its head. It was that shot that we don't get to see from Fikri. Incredible. And then that smash, brilliant, and then the put away. I mean, we are seeing moments of, you know, it's evident why they won last year. There are moments in this match where, wow, they have been phenomenal. And I'm not sure in the last 6 months we've seen quite as much of that.
18.
Well, nervy moments here at the business end of the second game.
Bit of an edgy shot there from Tio. You've got to say Fikri made a move. By making a move forward, it makes your opponent feel a bit uncomfortable. He's there, he makes a step in, you can see. And by doing that, it does make your opponent feel a bit uncomfortable. Maybe Tio was going to play a controlled shot, but he couldn't. So then he has to poke it or push it through at the last second, which he didn't really want to do.
Well, they're just forcing the errors now. They're the pair playing with the confidence, and they've got 2 match points for a place in the quarters in defence of their title.
You got to say full credit to the Indonesian boys. They're so active. They're putting so much pressure on the Malaysians with the movements they're making, which is stressing the Malaysians into making some slightly cheaper mistakes.
Just about got to that.
What a rally.
Oh, that's unbelievable. There's something about Birmingham that works for Mohamed Fikri and Bagas Maulana. Winners here 12 months ago when no one expected it. And now they're 3 matches away from doing it again. And they had to come from behind as well in that second game.
Could it be a repeat of last year? This is the same match that they had in the same round last year. And the way they played today, full credit to the Indonesians. They played very, very well. And it was key because they played well at the right time. They had patches in both games where maybe they didn't play to their best level, but then somehow they managed to turn it around.
Well, I don't think anyone will fancy playing them in the quarters, that's for sure. was secured in a thrilling final rally, actually. Lest you were any doubt, they are desperate to retain that title. So just to confirm the final scoreline, 21-18, 21-18. 44 minutes the match time. It's going to be a great watch tomorrow as well in those quarterfinals, whoever their opponents end up being. Meanwhile, we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, more doubles, but we're going to switch it back to the women. Home hopes, Birch and Smith against the Japanese pair Matsumoto and Nagahara. Well, warm welcome back to Birmingham, where we've seen victories so far for Rahayu and Ramadanti in the women's doubles, and now Fikri and Maulana in the men. And we're concentrating on the women again with a match featuring Matsumoto and Nagahara of Japan against Chloe Birch and Lauren Smith of England. And here's how it fits in to the draw. Right at the bottom, there's the bottom of the top half. Shang and Zhen, you would think, the likely opponents in the quarters.
Please welcome the players from Japan, Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara, and their opponents from England, Chloe Birch and Lauren Smith.